most awesome giveaways on sensory toys, educational tools, and kid products all in one spot. This is Sensory Deal Live. Hey y'all, Angela here. Welcome to Sensory Deal Live. Today we want to talk about community peace and what you can do for your local community. I reconnected with a dear friend from church recently, and she told me about how little resources her small town has for families with special needs. Also, she went on to talk about this great group that she volunteers for. So it got me thinking about the other families in small towns with little resources and what others can do to help create their own local tribe. My friend then connected me to our guest today. But before I introduce my guest, I wanted to say hello to all y'all. We appreciate you guys being here with us. We really appreciate you guys being with us today. Please comment with anything, any questions, or any comments you may have. We would also love to hear where you guys are watching from. So if you could just say hi and send us, where you're from, we'd greatly appreciate it. Today we have a very special guest. Sorry, technical difficulties. Okay. Today we have a very special guest, Ashley Spivey, the founder of High Five Society. Ashley is here to talk about her tribe and how other moms and dads like us can do the same. A little bit about Ashley. Ashley is the founder of a nonprofit High Five Society. The High Five Society is an organization for special needs kids and their families. Ashley and her team are dedicated to help children enhance their social skills, make new friends, and build strong relationships while having fun. Ashley has her bachelor's in health and human services, as well as her bachelor's in healthcare administration. Ashley has 2 kiddos with autism and ADHD, and Ashley has also grown up with her brother who has special needs. Ashley goes above and beyond for the kids and families with special needs in her town of Cedartown, Georgia, and she plans on taking this beyond her town and advocating for kids and adults with special needs all around the world. Hey, Ashley, how are you? Thank you for joining us this day.
Hey, I'm wonderful. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about you?
Oh, goodness, the part of talking about yourself. Okay. Well, as you said, I have 2 boys with autism and ADHD. They were both diagnosed in 2020. Um, let's see, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2012. Um, throw out some more numbers. My husband and I have been together for 12 years. Uh, you've already said I have a bachelor's degree. Sorry. Um, I'm originally from Coweta County and moved to Polk County in 2021.
And
Um,
that's when because where you lived before, you had a lot of resources, correct? So before you moved, you didn't have the battles you've been dealing with currently, correct?
right, right. We moved from a town with about 100, a population about 150,000 to a town with 49,000.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's a big change.
yeah, I looked that up today. Um, really, really big difference. And I knew there was a big difference in the population before I looked it up, but I didn't realize how much it was. But yeah, moving here, um, it was a shock.
Now, can you tell us a little bit more about High Five Society and how that came about?
Yeah. Um, well, with my sons, like one of the main things that got me just wanting to start this nonprofit were my boys. Um, like we would go somewhere where I would think that they could make friends, like our local park, and we would go there. And the other kids, just I know kids are mean in general, but man, they would pick on my kids and call them names and just tell them, you can't play with us because you're different. And that broke my heart. Man, that broke my heart so many times. And I know I'm not the only mom out there who's kid has a hard time making friends, plus the other issues that we have going on with MS and everything else. So I wanted to start, um, I guess, build a village, if you will, because I don't have any support since we moved here. Um, so I want to create a community where we can all just have this support system. Um, Let me back up a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's great. So what type? Oh, sorry, one second. We are going to look at your website that you created, which, by the way,
Okay, okay.
she did not pay anybody to do this. She created this all on herself. So this is this is awesome. I know this is
Oh,
one of
thank
her babies.
you.
Yeah. So if we could pull up her website real quick, and we're gonna go to where it shows all your board members, because I know before when you started this, it was just you. And then
Right.
you were lucky enough to build your tribe and have an awesome board member setup that you have here. Especially one of my friends is added to it. So could you tell us about some, of the awesome people that are part of your team?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's see, the beautiful lady you see, well, that's me, and then the other lady, right here as Miss Maggie Smith. I actually, before I started the nonprofit, I posted in one of our community vent pages about how we needed more stuff, like who wanted to get together and maybe create something. And then Maggie jumped in. That's actually how I met Maggie and Sandy, where it
Okay,
was in that
awesome.
post. But yes, Maggie jumped in, really, let's do this. And yeah, we actually became best friends.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
so I met her, and yeah, she's just been amazing. She's my treasure. And then Miss Jenny, Delameter, she always gets on to me because I say her last name wrong all the time. um, but yeah, I met her because I was reaching out to so many people trying to grow this thing, letting them know, hey, I'm here. I want to do something. What can we, how can you help me pretty much? Because I want this thing to grow so much. So that's how I met Miss Jenny. She was actually affiliated with another nonprofit. So that's how I met Miss Jenny. And then if you scroll down, um, you'll see Miss Sandy's picture. I'm sorry, let me back up. Miss Jenny's my board secretary. She's wonderful and has a great bubbly personality. And then Sandy, Sandy was one of the first ones that I met. She was like, I want these kids to be treated differently than I was, and she's the event coordinator, but she's also really serving as an advocate for these individuals. You can read her bio there, and I'm sure she wouldn't mind me sharing this, but Sandy actually has special needs as well. Having her on board is so awesome because she can give me her perspective of, well, maybe how she wanted to have been treated. And also she comes out with the events, and she's all of them are amazing, but
Yeah, Sandy's one of our guardian angels. She was, she was there when I got married in the church and everything like that. So she was big, big when she lived over here in Florida.
Yeah,
So
she is here too.
you definitely have some awesome guardian angels in your team for sure.
Yes.
So, of course, you were talking about what motivated you to create High Five Society was your kids and the fact that you were in a new town and it was just you and your husband and your kids. So you didn't have, immediate family to help you out and have support. Was there
Right.
any other parts that motivated you to create High Society?
um yeah, okay, this is a little bit more personal, but I actually have severe depression. um and to be honest, I was tired of it. I still suffer from it, but I'm tired of letting it get me down. So that was one of my big motivators. Because if I'm depressed and as bad as I was, I can't really do anything for my kids or the kids here that may need something, some help. So that also motivated me.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. I actually have, I battle depression myself too. So I know how that is. And I know when we've spoken, you've talked about a lot of the moms in your town, deal
Right.
with the same thing. So what's awesome is not only were you thinking about you and your kids, but you know what I mean? It's actually helping other families get the energy and get the motivation to just get out of the house. Because I know when you're stuck and you got cabin fever,
Right.
you're stuck. And then when you've got that, you're in that rabbit hole and you're in that dark rabbit hole, it's hard to get back out because you're in the same place all the time. So I completely
Right.
relate with that one.
Yeah.
So what type of events do you do for the kids with special needs?
We want to make our events fun. So, they'll come out to them and want to come back to them and get excited. So, we've done everything from, the big bouncy castle, little places to soda shops to sprinklers at the park. We've had some pool days, uh, paint parties, anything they're gonna be interested in and can maybe make a friend or two.
Yeah.
Um, Whenever
Uh,
someone joins the group, I try to message them, see what their kid or their loved one is into, and try to at least include that in as one of our group get-togethers,
oh,
so
that's
that
awesome.
way, yeah, that way everyone can have something they would absolutely love and
Oh, very
yeah,
cool. If we could bring me back and then make the website bigger so then she could talk about maybe some of the pictures that stand out. And these are pictures of events that they have done in the past.
oh yeah, there's my son with the red hair.
Oh, and the white shirt. Oh,
Yeah, he loves taking pictures, so that's why you see him there.
and it looks like you went to a Chuck E. Cheese or some arcade.
That's the bowling alley.
Oh, very cool.
And then there's Miss Nettie and Jaden with our paint party right there. She's in right. Yeah. I guess you can't see my mouse, but yeah. And then the middle picture right there is our first event that we had,
Oh, that's so cool.
and you can see right now that we're still small, but I want to get big, and also want to share this in other communities too because it's been so awesome. Being able to make these connections with these moms and dads and
Yes, very true. I love that you were able to start just like a Facebook post. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And you went from just
right.
one Facebook post to a nonprofit. And I think that is just so awesome because I know just stepping out of comfort zones, you know what I mean? And then taking everything that you currently already have in your life that you're doing and having to tackle, you know what I mean? And then you created a nonprofit. I just think that's super amazing. So,
Oh, thanks.
what type of events do you do for the parents? Because I know you also want to advocate and you want to be there for the families, not just the kids.
Right. Um, right now for our parents, I want to start doing something that they would love as much as well, but for now, we're just getting that group started. And currently, whenever we have our events and we have enough volunteers, the volunteers actually take the kids and go like entertain them or just make sure they're being safe so the parent can get an hour or two break to just kind of sit back and maybe socialize or even sleep. I would be okay with that if you just wanted to sleep. I've had one of those days today. Uh, but yeah, they can just come out. They can connect, get the needed support, and that seems to really have been the most beneficial thing so far with the parents. Like they're not asking for much more. But I do know eventually I want to start doing like a parents' night out where they could get a longer break because we don't have respite in our community.
Okay, that's
But,
awesome. I know even like a 30-minute reset for a parent, you know what I mean?
right.
Like if you could just get 20 or 30 minutes, even like a 15-minute one where the kids aren't pulling
Sometimes
their
that's all you
hairs.
need. Right.
So that's awesome that you have events that you're able to, let the parents even just sit there and have a cup of coffee or vent to a
Yeah.
fellow mom or a fellow parent, that's struggling with the same stuff, just to help everyone feel like let them all know they're not alone. Like, yes, it can be a battle, but I mean,
Right.
special needs is also, a superpower. So it's not, of
Yeah,
course,
I
once
think
you get
that's
that
it.
once you get that diagnosis, you're like, oh, my world's ended. But then once you learn about the diagnosis and learn, the awesome things that your kids can do, then you can turn it around from that doom to, okay, this is going to be a blessing. It's okay.
Right. Yeah.
So, how many families do you think that you have so far? I know you said you're small, but also you have just started this year, so it's okay to be small in a small town, of course. So, about how many families do you think you have come to your events?
Right now we have between 4 and 6 families who are consistently active.
That's awesome.
Um, and our Facebook group has about 154 members.
Oh, awesome.
So we have the potential here if we have potential here to maybe have a lot more. It's just you don't know what the rest are going through. You know, if maybe they're dealing with depression and they're having trouble coming out. And I've actually had about 3 reach out to me this week saying, "Hey, we would love to be involved, but X, Y, and Z is going on." So I'm gonna start making personal visits to go
Oh,
see how I can help. So maybe then that would get them able to come out to our groups and all just socialize and have a great time.
no, that's awesome. I know, of course, you have to build a relationship with these parents and
Right.
moms first, especially if they battle depression like us, because it's hard to open up, you know what I mean, and bare your soul to a stranger. So, I mean, that's awesome that you're making this personal connection with every family that you meet. I think that's so awesome.
Well, yeah, it's all very personal for me. It's I wish I would have had, some type of support. I came from a really big city, but we didn't have, personal support like this to where someone's willing to come out and just sit there and listen to you.
Yes,
Whatever
for
you
sure. I don't
cry.
even have that here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's awesome that you're willing to not only like grow these relationships, but also, do house calls and say, okay, what's going on? Let's get you out of this rut. Let's go have fun. Like, let's just
Yeah.
let's just
And
get you out, because that's all you need, girls. Just get out.
yeah, and my best friend Maggie, she's gonna help me with that too. So we're
Oh, that's awesome.
ready.
Yay. And let's see. Now we've already talked a little bit about your MS. So,
Mhm.
what challenges do you face as a mom?
Having the darn energy, you know?
Yes.
um, with the multiple sclerosis, it already takes so much away from you. Your fatigue. My doctor describes it as climbing up 10 like 10 flights of stairs. And that's how it feels when you have MS, when you haven't done anything. So with that, that's been one of the biggest challenges I thought I would ever face. And then you throw in, the my boys' autism and their ADHD. Sometimes it feels like it's gonna almost like break you. Um, but that's where you've just got to stay positive, and that's also where this nonprofit has come into play for me personally because I face these challenges, but I know that I have someone I can call whenever I'm having a bad day to vent to. They can ride over, or just sit here and listen, and that's been so helpful for me. And you know,
Yeah,
that
that,
helps.
that's the whole point of the tribe. I know a lot of families, if you're introverts like me, I'm a homebody.
I'm a
Um,
big introvert now.
yeah. So like in my real life outside of this, I'm pretty much I'm a recluse, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where when you're, yeah, I completely understand. Believe me, I have definitely been there. I wish I could bottle my kids' ADHD energy up and like drink it like,
Right?
drink it like an energy drink, because They have so much natural energy. They don't like
Mhm.
soda. They don't do all the sugary drinks. So it's like, where is
And
this
it's
coming from?
yeah,
Let's figure
yeah.
out how to bottle it and make some money.
I would totally be your first customer.
So I know nonprofits, of course, nonprofits, so you don't make profit. And
Right.
I know it can be challenging because, of course, any type of company does cost money. So
Mhm.
where do you find the funding for High Five Society?
Oh, where do I find the funding? Currently, everything that we've done, I've paid for out of pocket.
Oh, wow.
So I'm looking for sponsors. I just got my website up and running, so people can donate there. They can buy our T-shirts. Um, and lately I've been having a flare up, so I really haven't been able to hit it that hard. But I want to go down. We have a street called Main Street. I want to go down there and hit every individual business and just ask them, you know, tell them what we're doing and ask if you guys want to be a part of something great.
Oh,
Um,
that's awesome.
then I also plan to go to some community resource fairs, and the more people that know about us, we're going to find those who believe in what we do, and want to help. So,
Yes, definitely.
and then also eventually I want to start writing grants.
Oh, very cool.
Hold on one second. My son just no, no.
So, to the audience, any of our viewers, we do want to know about your local groups and your local tribes. Do you have a mommy group, a support group, any local groups that you might be a part of that have to do with special needs, autism, just what have you? I know there's a lot of mommy groups out there, and I know if you're a small town and you don't have a mommy group, Facebook is awesome to help reach out and find locals in your area. So we would love to hear from you guys. Even if this is after the live show, you can simply do hashtag replay. Let us know. We would love to hear from you guys and get feedback. Because there could be somebody in your area that does not know about the local support group that you might be in, and then it might help them reach out and find their own tribe as well. Or you could do the awesomeness Ashley's doing and create your own. It starts with one Facebook post.
Yes, just one.
So, what are your plans for the future for High Five?
I want to grow this thing so big. Not really necessarily big. I just want to help as many people, and where I just want to help as many people as I can. But my end goal is to have a facility where I can have everything imaginable that the special needs kids and individuals would like to do, from sensory water tables to bouncy castles to arts and crafts to everything. But then also to have like paid volunteers or staff, or sorry, paid staff or volunteers that are gonna make sure that they're safe, they're entertained, their needs are being met, they're listened to. And then also on the other side, I want to have where the parents or the caregivers have a little area for them to either relax, they can go to a doctor's appointment, or just come in and maybe get some counseling, um, or just to talk, while their child or loved one is being taken care of for, an hour, a few hours or so. That's what I would like to do with High Five Society.
That's awesome. We need to find you a gym or a warehouse so
Wouldn't that be great?
that you could
Run all
just put
that energy
everything in
out.
one.
Yes, that would be great.
Now, I know you do a monthly event and you have some stuff during the month here and there. Do you have any upcoming events planned?
Yes. During the summer, every Tuesday we are trying to do something water related because it's so hot. Uh, and the kids and parents, they're tired of being cooped up in the house for, geez, it's only been not even a month yet since the kids have been out of school.
I know.
Wow. um, but yeah, we have something every Tuesday, something water related. And then let's see, this Tuesday we're gonna meet at Peak Forest Park at 11. On the 24th, we're going to meet at Little Springs in Cedartown. Let's see, that's going to be 11 o'clock as well. And yeah, just every Tuesday, or sorry, it's Big Springs is where we are meeting on the 24th.
Oh, okay, very cool. Those sound so much fun. I know, especially with it hot, because I mean, here in Florida, it gets scalding too. So
Oh, yes.
definitely water, even sprinklers, water, or what else? What is it? Splash pad.
Yeah.
Those are awesome for sure. We have one last question. Do you have an inspiring story from your group, like a family that just speaks to you?
Yes, I actually have two. Their kids have level 3 autism, which is where they're nonverbal and require a great deal of support. They really speak out to me because their kids just really seem to thrive. Like when they come out, the parents have said that, their kids before it's like walking on eggshells, always having to explain your kid their behaviors, um, all of that stuff to people when I don't believe in doing it. I don't think parents should have to go through that trouble, but they come out to our groups and they say how that it's a relief not to have to explain why is my kid over there eating dirt, or why is my kid doing this, because you just don't have to. So it's really been a big relief for these parents. And what they have said, like, uh for an example, I have one that stands out because it says that High Five Society has completely changed everything for
Oh,
me and my son. How cool is that statement? He goes on to talk about um, just being able to relate. The other family relates. Their kids have made friends, some really good friendships where they're playing like on a regular basis. I just think that's the coolest. So that those two stick out to me.
that's awesome. And I completely understand because, especially if you have a child who is more of a vocal stemmer,
Right,
and you're in a
right.
grocery store and they're like, why is
Mine
he
are.
yelling? Like, I'm so sorry, but like, it's either he chews or he yells. I'm so sorry, like
Yeah.
he's got to stem. You can't stop him from stemming. You know what I mean? So you just
Yeah,
got to go
people
with the
just
flow.
don't get it though. They
Yeah.
don't get it, and they're
And you
so
would think now,
judgmental.
yeah, you would think now with this day and age, we're all adults. I mean, we've, ran across someone on the spectrum at least once in our lives. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things like why we have to be open minded about all these other things that are going on in the world. Why can't we be open minded for special
They're
needs in general?
exactly, exactly. You said that so great.
Yay.
Yeah.
Now, all right. Now, Ashley, where can our audience go to learn more about High Five Society?
Well, I am always on Facebook. Um, we just finished our webpage, which is high5society.org. There's no hyphen. And we have our Facebook group. Our Facebook group is called High Five Society Parent Support Group, which I believe the links are listed.
Yes,
But
we are
yeah,
going to
all
list them in the comments. Yes.
okay, yes, all three of those are excellent ways to get in contact.
Awesome. And she is very responsive, by the way, guys.
Mhm.
So if you ever, even if you want to pick her brain a little bit, you know what I mean?
Oh
Don't
yeah,
hesitate. Go ahead and reach out to her if you're around Cedartown, Georgia, or in that area and you would like to visit during an event, let her know. She will, make sure that you get the right times and everything because
right.
definitely we need to grow High Five Society into something big.
That would be great. One thing I also wanted to mention, if anybody wants to start something in their community, like High Five Society, like open up your own nonprofit, I'm completely down to help.
Oh, awesome.
To get as many nonprofits as we can for special needs kids going, or these social groups, because those social groups are so important for these individuals, making the friends. We all
Yes.
need that.
Yes. Definitely. Awesome. That's awesome that that you're willing to do that, because I know it can be very, how to say it? It could be very just overwhelming thinking about even attempting to start a nonprofit, because there's so
Oh
much that
yeah.
goes into, it's not just, hey, I have a nonprofit, guys, there's
Yes.
so much more that goes into making it a nonprofit. So that is awesome. If anyone is interested in picking her brain on how to create your own, she is willing to talk to y'all.
Yes.
All righty. Well, thank you, Ashley, for joining us today. You are
Oh,
such
thank
an
you.
inspiration to us all, for sure. Like,
Oh,
I wish
thank
we could
you.
clone you.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm gonna have to tell my husband you said that.
He'd probably be like, oh no, that's going to be
Yeah.
trouble. Two of you? No,
Yeah.
my husband would be like, we don't need two of you. I'm sorry. I'm a lot. So. Well, I hope this inspires other small town families with little resources to create their own tribe or community. Just know, everyone, that your journey to finding your special needs tribe is a valuable one, leading to a supportive community and personal growth. Let's not forget the importance of embracing differences and seeking support and fostering connections within the special needs community. Now, don't forget, guys, we are doing for Locky Kid, we are doing a Father's Day special. So, to honor our amazing dads this year for Father's Day, Locky Kid and Sensory Deal has come up with a great Father's Day sale. It is up to 20% off all of the Father's Day items. We even have handy things, hedgehog health. You guys got to get a hoglet for your dad. I'm just saying. All of that is going to be on sale on our website. We are going to have the link posted in the comments as well. And we also have my favorite, which is the dad coin, which is an awesome thing. Just like hand your dad at a barbecue cookout, and just like tell him how much he means to you. Don't forget to find that coupon code on our website. That is how you're going to get your discount. Now let's hook up let's hook up our dads and grandfathers and father figures up this year. Let's show them how much they mean to us. Well, that is it for today's episode, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been Sensory Deal Live. We'll see you guys next week with another Deals Filled Thursday. Bye, guys.